Hello, Transformers fans. And today, I will be doing the alt mode transformations for the SND-04 Primo X Mortis upgrade kit. Now, like I had said, I could not find the combiner crotch plate at all, so still haven't been able to find it. So I will have to show this without it. So there will be some parts forming with these pieces. So it's the only way I can do it. So alrighty, so I guess I will start off with the combiner transformation. So alrighty. Alright, so first things first, lift up the shoulder pads, because, you know, just like how you're supposed to normally do this, the arms do still change the same exact way, so don't really have to explain that. Oh, shoot, yeah, sorry. Do you have to lift these chest pieces up? Do not have to lift them up all the way. You do have to slide these in together, though, so that they will not be, you know, actually tabbing in anywhere for this, but you just lift them so they unlock, and then you slide them together, so that way you have space to put the arm in. Just like that. And there we go for the other one. Alrighty. And now the legs. Okay, so move the foot down, lift up the piece of the shin, move this piece up right here, so the heel ends up coming with, and then push the foot in so that way there's access to the combiner port. And I think I might need different screws for the knee joints, because they have loosened considerably. So, well, hopefully it doesn't really affect it too much. Okay, so other foot, lift that. Lift this right here. Push the foot back in. Do that. Alrighty. Now, it doesn't mention anything about turning the body around or turning the legs around. This is what that is. I believe I still have the instructions downstairs. But, I mean, the one thing that kind of got me was that I don't recall seeing anything about using the hinges in the leg for the combiner stance here, so you can use that transformation hinge for that. But I mean, because I mean, you have this joint right here. I mean, you can copy that if you had wanted to for the A stance. Which would actually be on this side like that. But you don't have to. So but yeah, I don't recall actually seeing it. Alright, and then, oh yeah, flip the hands back. And then you just gotta use this shoulder piece and just kind of sit it up over the top like that. And then you're supposed to flip this open, turn the head around, and then we got the combiner face mask. And then supposed to tab this in as best as you can in the back, and I only put those horns back up as far as I can get them, but that is the base for this, and that head actually looks pretty huge compared to the size of the body. But here, okay, so the base torso is pretty much done. Now, which way was it? I forget which way it showed it, but instructions. There's like, I guess there's like 2 different ways that you can use the wings. And this, and you take the little cannons out, and you turn the wings. So, I mean, they start off like this. You know, when it's attached to the back, you just put them down. And pretty much right here is what you're looking at. Now, if I still had the crotch plate, I could actually show you, you know, right on. But I was trying to figure this out without it. So pretty much what it is that the crotch plate sits up over the top of this. You know, this pretty much ends up sitting like right down here in this area. And then the crotch plate sits on top of that. So that way it makes it look like these are, you know, part of its like chainmail, I guess you could say. You know, like the chainmail skirt that, you know, knights would have had. But the other way is taking this piece off. Now, see, this is the way I can actually show you, 'cause, I mean, where it actually goes together in a sort of a way. You just take this piece off of the tabs, both sides, and then separate these two in half. And then you just take this, and then you're supposed to, according to the instructions, you put it like this. You set the wings up so they look like this. The only, I will show you the reason why I have a slight bit of an issue with that right there. Coming right up, because the tabs for this combine mode go right into these hands right here. And yeah, I will show you my issue as soon as I get the second wing on right here. Because when I first did this, these wings flop easily. So yeah, they just keep flopping around. Because, I mean, it's just because the peg hole in the hand is a little too small for the peg itself. So, I mean, I've been doing this. I prefer to do it like that. Or was it the other way around? No, in fact, I might be having the wings the wrong way. Yeah. Okay, so I put the wings on the wrong side, but they flop around looser. So it's supposed to be that way. So, but I've been putting them like this, and then putting them into the pegs right here. And it seems to hold them a little bit better, not much better. Because I mean, at least there's a little bit something extra for them to, keep them weighted down. So that way they're not flopping around as much. And you can see that, I mean, they're definitely weighted down. But I mean, but this is how the instructions flop. Okay. So, because, I mean, there's something at the side of, his combiner port right in here. I mean, I think they just did that so that way it wouldn't get in the way of the combiner. Which, I don't know if... Hold on. Oh, let's find out here. If I can find... If I can find somebody here. Where did they go? Where did they go? I think I had one of my Dinobots. So that way I can actually test that. Because I didn't actually test it with the combiner in there yet. Oh. So, I mean, he's not... I got Swoop here, so he's not going to be in combiner mode or R mode, but I will have him just so that way we can use the combiner port here. Okay, so with an arm in place, the way they showed will work, but then it'll still flop to the back. So it won't come forward anymore, but it'll flop all the way to the back, because they are kind of loose. So there you have that. And I'm going to take these wings off just so they don't get in the way here. And I will show you. Okay, so right here. Okay, so these are seem to have actually been designed for the Combiner Wars combiner hands right here. So you just put those in, so that ends up becoming the handle, and then you try to get this straight right here to match with the other blade, and then you let's get that tab back in. And then you get your full combiner weapon right there. So no, I mean, it does not come with like the double-sided piece. So you're just relying on the two different ports on the Combiner Wars hands, which is still pretty cool. I mean, it's still, you know, shows off, you know, like the full length of the combine weapon. Sorry about that. Of this figure. Alright, well, I guess I'll get right down to the trick transformation. Oh, let's pop that off. And while we're back here, we're just gonna go ahead, come back here, put the head down, put those down, and then pop that closed. And then we're just gonna move these bits up off to the side, undo the arms, pop the hands up closed, alright, turn those around. Okay, and lift these pieces up. And mind you, just because I don't have that little crotch piece, I have to pretty much do everything, you know, parts forming. So untab these three. We are going to, so I'm just hoping that this top piece doesn't actually come off. I'm just going to leave it up there for right now. And then just move that down. I'm going to come down here and just move these back down into place. Flip that arm. Going to untab this piece, that tab from right there. Going to flip it up, and then we're going to use the slider joint and move that over. And now this tab is going to go into that slot right there. Alright. And the same thing on the other side. Okay, and then we are going to be moving these shin pieces. So yes, they do flip around just like on Primo Vitalis. So, and then they just sit here like this, and you want to keep that facing up. Flipped around. Okay, and now is the part where you can actually clip these together or tab them together, but you know, seeing as they clip. Actually, no, hold on. You gotta untab the crotch right here and just flip that around to the other side. Now we can tab all this together. And I prefer to lift this part of the crotch plate on the hinges just so they can kind of stay out of the way a little bit, you know, while I'm doing this. So okay. Alrighty. So, from here, it's pretty much the front portion of the cab. So, we all know how to do that. It just, you know, unclips there. And then we swing the arm. To the right direction, and then we make sure we just flip that around the other way. Okay, and gonna do that on both sides here, and get this guy up out of the way. Okay. And then this is where I start bringing everything back, you know, at the angle. And the transformation does require just popping the thigh pieces out, because you need to have them bent when you go into truck mode here. So normally they just end up popping loose just like that. So it gives you the angle that you need. And then what I do is I try to get these chest pieces down here into these open slots down here. Just like that. So alright, and then as you can notice that is still in the way, so you just push it one more click, and then you should have the clearance that you need to finish off the transformation for the front of the cab. Come on. Yeah, sometimes my tabs just don't want to go together. Alright. Okay. Okay, if you can get everything to line up here. Alright, here we go. And now that tab will just be going into that little notch right in there. So you just monkey around with little joints to get them to go. Just like that. Move the camera down a little bit here. Alright. So, as far as this goes, alright. Let me get the wings back here. Alright, I'm just gonna pop them back together, and then I'm just gonna put this on because that just helps keep them tabbed together. So just helps them keep tabbed together so that way they don't just keep falling apart. Alright. And then just gonna put this back on here. And then we're just gonna fold these wings back. And then this is just gonna sit up in here like this. And then these pieces, come on. Alright, slider. Yeah, as you can tell, I'm just trying to get use the slider to get these pieces up out of the way, all the way. So, okay. For some reason, this one didn't want to go. There we go. Okay, and these are hook tabs on here. Yeah, shoot. Okay. Go. Okay, so these are hook tabs in right up on for this section right here, so you have to make sure that this one goes over the top of this one. And then just slide them on down. And make sure you can actually get them up over the top of the cab here. Make sure that these are pushed together. And that is the alt mode. You can, angle these up, because without that waist piece being on there, I mean, it is kind of, like weighing the wings down a little bit more. So I mean, at least when that would have been there, it would have probably helped keep this up at more of the angle that it needed to look straight. But yeah, this is your alt mode right here. So I mean, you have your stoplights, vehicle stoplights right here on both sides. You know, those are the heels. So got that. And I do not have anything out to try and see if it'll hook into there right now. So I mean, the front of the cab sort of kind of looks similar to Primo Vitalis. A little bit up on top. Obviously, you know, a little different. Mostly because of the wings right here. But other than that, it's an okay transformation, truck transformation. You know, I mean, the wings. I don't know if I actually like the wings on the truck personally, but I mean, it's still kind of cool though. I mean, I guess if we see here, you know, I mean, that still plugs in, so it sort of kind of plugs in. And then, you know, we just pop our little Gatling guns back in there. And I mean, that's pretty much it. So I know it was an awkward and seriously floppy alt mode and combiner mode transformations on my part, and would have been less so if I had that combiner crotch plate in there. And one of the reasons why I'm doing this so much later is because, you know, I spent a good long while looking everywhere for it. So it's quite possible that maybe my kids saw that it was broken and threw it in the garbage. So, but oh, okay, so this is done. If you are one of the people who was watching my my G1 fix right here, I have not been able to have those parts underneath my black light long enough, due to, you know, my full-time job in retail. Been pretty much working, you know, like 60 hours a week there right now because, you know, Christmas is coming up in, what is it, like 5 days now before, you know, Christmas Eve. So I just haven't had it underneath the black light for long enough hours so I could actually do that update. I wanted to do it after a week, but just wasn't able to do it. So I mean, at least you have that update. So I will actually keep you posted on that when I can actually get that taken care of. There is going to be another upgrade coming up. So I'm actually going to try to get that up either today, right after this video, or I will try to get it up definitely be up before Christmas. But I will try to get that other upgrade taken care of today, right after this one is uploaded. So yeah, that's it. So those are my little updates for the end of this clip. Um, and if you want to keep watching the videos from my channel, then until next time, thanks for watching.